This is Revelations 14:9, and it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark," right, physical implant, it says in his forehead or in his hand, it says, "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation," meaning righteous anger. "And he shall be tormented with fire, brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb." That fire and that brimstone, what is that? That's nuclear destruction. That's coming to America, man. That's that nuclear fire that's coming. The ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is the indignation of the Lord. This is his righteous anger. The cup that's poured out without mixture, man. It's not gonna be no. It's strong. When you drink strong drink, when it's too strong, you cut it with water, so it's not that strong. This particular drink right here, this nuclear destruction, won't be cut with no water or cut with no ice. It's just you're gonna get the whole mixture, man. Destruction. Take that chip, it's death unto you, because you have not seek the Lord. So it's gonna be your death. Nuclear destruction, man. You know, Revelations 13:16, it says, "And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead." That mark, that's that chip, right? You know, microchip. When you look that word mark up right there, it's the Hebrew word karagma, man, which means a stamp or imprinted mark, a brand as a badge, or a follower of, basically, it says Antichrist when you look that up. That's a Greek word, 5480. And if you go back to the root, 5482 is karax, meaning a stake, or a pail. So it's a physical, the chip is a physical implant, man. You know, it's not no embargo, it's not no Christianity. The chip is a physical implant. That's going to be going into people's right hands or in their foreheads, because the right side of your body holds the most heat. You know, your forehead holds heat. That's why when you go into the doctor now, the nurses take that little temperature gauge and they rub it across your forehead, and it gives the temperature, because they know now the forehead holds heat and your hand, your right side, holds more heat than your left. That's why it'll be implanted into your right hand or in your forehead, you know. Let's see. This is Jeremiah 44. Jeremiah 44:4. It says, "Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not these abominable things that I hate." The Lord gonna hate you if you take that chip. That's why we come out and we speak it unto you and telling you, don't take the chip. Come back, seek the Lord. Come back to the word, man, that the Lord might show you mercy in that day. Because a lot of people, he's gonna put the spirit on, he's gonna turn you over to that chip, you know. He's gonna just turn you over to that detestable thing, you know. And the chip, you know, like I just said, man, the chip, when you go all the way back, it goes back to when you read in Exodus. Matter of fact, I'll get it. Show you, like, going back on, even though it's an advanced thing now, the chip that you just saw, that microchip you just saw, that was the size of a grain of rice. Back in the day, it was a different It was a different way that they did it, because that chip you saw, that's gonna be tagging people. Like I said, for that New World Order, you're being tagged like cattle, man. That means when you see that chip, you're being owned by the elites, man. The Rothschilds. You're being owned by them. You're their cattle. But see, back in the day, it was done a different way. This is Revelations 21 in 5. And when you read up, it tells you how the Hebrew slaves, when you bought a Hebrew slave, he had to serve for 6 years, and on the 7th year you'd be let go free. But when you read right here, in verse 5, it says, if a servant shall plainly say, I love my master, if he don't want to go, my wife and my children, I will not go free. You know, but that's just the spirit of our people, man. When you be under your master and they beat all the damn hair just out of you, you begin to love that master, man. They beat you down and dog you out, and then they bring you up by feeding you a little bit, put you in a little outhouse, and then they come talking that smooth talk, like they love you, and you begin to love them for that. And now it says the Hebrew slave to be let go in the 7th year. When they tell you go free, then you're gonna leave and to go out there and not have a house, not knowing what you're gonna defend for. It's really like psychological. And then them slaves just in turn said, well, we rather stay here with you, because now we gotta go out. You let go free, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, so chances on you getting killed is high. Chance on you when they let you go free out there is probably in the middle of nowhere. You might get ate by animals. So them slaves just fall in love with their master and stay. And when you read this right here, Exodus 21 and 5, it says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Then the master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. He shall bore his ear with an awl, and he will serve him forever, man. So that's like a branding your servants, man. When you put that oil through their ear, and they have other branding instruments, like when you brand cattle, you have the owner's name on the iron and you heat it up and you stick it. That brand shows, okay, this is Ben Johnson's cattle, you know, BJ. There'd be BJ on you'll see it on the back end of a cow. You know, they had branded instruments that they branded slaves like that too, man. They would put a hot searing iron on a slave and you would be tagged like with a tattoo, man. That's like a tattoo. We know what the scriptures say about that in Leviticus 19. You know, so that was also a way of saying, I love you, master, and I'm under you. You know. So you have and it went from that like to after that you had through the years, when you fast forward to like the 1600s, you had certain men, Edomites, they start coming up with these more advanced ways to label and mark people. It went from the awl and the branding iron to tabulating machines, man. You know, it went from that to tabulated machines. You had the tabulated machines that was 1642. The first adding tabulated machine. Then after that, you had, it was around 1666, another tabulated machine come out. By another Edomite. As you see, these tabulated machines were, it went more advanced than just adding. It went from adding to being able to add and subtract.